and cheapest kelp farm on the Donut SMP. Make sure to watch this full tutorial to find out how. These are all the building blocks or blocks you're going to need for this tutorial. You could use any temporary block, any building block, any type of wood for the fence gates, and any type of glass. First, you want to obviously take your materials, take your chests and hoppers. Now, you want to place your chests something like this, and place hoppers going into the chest like this for 7 hoppers. If you want to do this, if you want to make the kelp farm longer, like for example 15 blocks, you would place more hoppers like that. But in this tutorial, I'm only going to do 7. Next, you want to get your building blocks and place the blocks beside the hoppers on both sides. Then, you want to grab your temporary blocks, place more building blocks on the side like this, and do this until walls on both sides are 2 blocks high. Next, you want to grab your pistons and place them like this on top of the walls on both sides. Next, you want to take your building blocks, place them behind the pistons for both sides, like this. Next, you want to grab your observers and place them like this, so the red dot is facing the outside of the farm. You want the face like this, facing the inside. If you do the red dot facing the inside, the farm won't work. Next, you want to grab your redstone dust and place it behind the observers, so it should look something like this for both sides. Next, you want to grab your glass blocks, or you could choose a step that I usually do before the glass. You take your temporary blocks, place them like this, break those, and start placing your oak trap doors. After you place the fence gates, you want to make sure you open the fence gates. If you don't do this, the farm won't work. So make sure you do this step. Next, you want to break the temporary blocks to use to connect the fences like this. You want to grab your glass out and you want to place it kind of like this. On both sides. And some on the top layer above the oak fences. Next, you want to grab your water buckets and place them like this. For both sides. Next, you want to grab your kelp and place them 2 blocks high like this. For both sides. Once you're done that, you want to come up here and place glass on top like this. So the farm should be looking something like this. You could build it as long as you want, and you could use any glass. Now I'm going to show you how the farm would work. I'm going to get some bone meal like this. I'm going to just do this real quick. Go in here. And look what happens when I use the bone meal on the kelp. The observers make the pistons extend and it breaks the kelp. Like that. And the kelp should go in the hoppers and it should fall down into these chests like this. So that's how you build the cheapest and easiest kelp farm on the Donut SMP. This is my first video on this channel, so make sure you guys subscribe and have a nice day.